And good evening, everyone. Buenas noches y a las todos. Good evening. And welcome to Los Lobos de la Lucha, your weekly CMLL post show here at BC Wrestle Pod. My name is Mikey. I'm El Jefe of BC Wrestle Pod. And of course, joining me as always is Papa Oso, who and we're both here to talk about some lucha libre. So tonight's going we're back to only reviewing one episode a week now, so we're back to our regular scheduled programming because
Woo-hoo!
I love CMLL, but
Yeah,
two
it was
episodes
it
to
was a
review
lot.
it's a lot. And I mean, this was also this show felt well in hindsight. This was a bit of a shorter card, but the main event took like an hour.
Yeah,
So, which we kind of figured we were going to have a
yeah,
lot. That match was going to be forever because these cybernetico matches that they have for the elimination style always
just
take forever. And we'll get into that in a little bit. But the main event does help us set up what is happening this Friday. We have a pretty stacked card, which we're going to talk about. But we're going to get into this episode. We are talking about the Friday, July 24th edition. Yes, the July 24th edition of Viernes Espectacular for CMLL. Y'all already know the drill in terms of this intro. We go live. You can find us wherever your streaming platforms are. YouTube for the edited videos. BC Wrestle Pod on all social medias for extra goodies. We have merch at our store, bcwrestlepodshop.fourthwall.com. And we have a coffee bot that helps us pay for pay-per-views and other things as we are slowly coming to the end of summer. Things are about to get crazy, and I'm excited. It's going to be a good time for sure. Alrighty, let's just get into this because we got an episode of CMLL to talk about. So once again, we are covering the Friday, July 24th edition of Viernes Espectacular, and we kick things off this episode with a relevo australiano a uno caída. So this is a 3-on-3, which sees the team of Stigma, Arcadis, and Raya Metalico taking on the team of Vegas Depredador, Kimba, and Tenochca. So Tenochca and Kimba are two more Escuela boys from the Escuela tournament earlier this year. So they've been popping in and out throughout CMLL, and so I was really happy to see both of them in here. Uh, this was fun. I also love it when trios match their ring gear. So Stigma, Arcalisa, and Rayo Metalico. I saw you all unified in the same color, so it helps out. It really, really does.
God,
But yeah,
yeah, it does.
it's like you guys are a unit. I need you to see it. I need to see that you're a unit.
Yes, and just because I get confused sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, wait, who is that? Wait, who is that? Wait, who is that? Dang it!
Are they friends? Are they enemies? I need to know.
Exactly.
But
What
yeah, like I
helps?
said, it does help. Like I said, this was a fun opener. I had a good time with this one. Again, opening matches help us out when it comes to setting the mood, and I had a fun time with this one. I really, really did.
I did too. This one was good. I get, and as usual. It was a great opener. I thought it set the tone for the evening, and so yeah, I thought it was pretty good. As always, it's. I don't think I have once that I can remember. I do not think there's been a single time, and I may misspeak, and you may be like, "Well, there was that one time," but I don't ever remember an opening match that was disappointing.
Mm.
Like truly, like oh God, it's like, oh Lord, this is what we're in for tonight. I was trying to think. I was like, has there ever been one? As far as long as I've been involved with CMLL, but I could not think of one. So, which is good on my part, I guess. But other people may be like, no, 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 no. There was a couple of stinkers, but
Like the internet remembers.
yeah, and they may, and that's what I'm saying. I cannot recall ever being like super disappointed in an opening match.
I have to agree with you, and even the matches that aren't necessarily like The cool thing about CMLL is there has never been a match since we started watching CMLL where I think, gosh, this match is awful.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, this is horrible. I have been like a little underwhelmed at sometimes, but
Yeah.
every match has never reached the level of like, oh wow, this is bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I mean, this was good. I really enjoyed this match. You know,
I really did too.
because like Stigma, I really like Stigma. So it was really neat to see him. The others are newer to me
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know. Because when they were announcing everybody, I was like, okay, Stigma, I know. I don't know Arcalis, or at least I'm not recalling that I'm familiar with Arcalis or Rayo Metallico. I'm not familiar with either of them. Even though in this picture that you have here, Rayo Metallico looks so familiar.
He's popped up a couple of times on the Viernes Espectacular.
Okay. So maybe I'm a little more familiar with him because when they announced, but even when he came out, I was kind of like, I don't recognize the name, but he looked very familiar to me.
Right.
So, but on the other side, I don't know any of these guys.
Yeah. So I mean, Vegas has been on the show before, but like I said, Kimba and Tenochka are some of the Escuela boys from the tournament, and they pop in ever sporadically. So I have appreciated the last couple of weeks of CMLL putting in the Escuela boys into the opening matches too, because it's really fun to watch.
Yeah, I like that too. But I mean, like I enjoy it when I don't know the people because it's like I get to meet new people, and it's like I love it.
Right. And then from the perspective of a wrestling fan too, like when you are being presented with somebody new that you haven't seen before and have no prior history with them, it helps you get a more accurate perception and perspective on them too, of whether you're going to like them or not too. Because we have seen many of the times where we've always heard be like, oh, this person's great. And then when they come here, it's like, I need to warm up to them.
Right. But I mean, I enjoy it when new people come in.
Oh, absolutely. It's always fun. Well, like I said, this opening match was great. Vegas, Kimba, and Tenochka do pick up the win here. And we move on to our second match of the evening. And as I expected, I was just like, Villano Tres Jr. I was like, never change.
Yeah. Fighting the Dragon Boys.
For real. So this match was interesting in the sense because when we talked about this match last week, it was both Villanos who were going to be teaming together. But for whatever reason, we have Villano Tres Jr. and Infarto as a substitute, taking on Dragon de Fuego and Dragon de Legendario. And shout out to Dragon de Fuego, who really liked our report card on the social medias for the show. So that was insane. I was like, oh my gosh, they actually pay attention? That's crazy. Anywho.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so shout out to Dragon de Fuego for liking our report card from this episode. But anyways, so yeah, Infarto is subbing in for Hijo de Villano Tres Jr., so no idea what happened. But this is another fun one. The crowd loves, well, in general, the crowd really loves the Villanos, and Villano Tres Jr. was definitely the crowd favorite in this one.
Yeah, he really was. But, I really like the Dragon Boys over here, though.
I do too.
I like the fact that they're kind of flamboyant. Like, and I don't mean like flamboyant. I mean they're just very vivid to me every time as they're coming in. Everything
so important. Yeah, the presentation of them is really fun.
Yeah, and I like their presentation. I really do. So, but this was a really good match.
It really was.
I do want to know what happened to the other Villano, though.
That's what I want to know too, and I couldn't really find anything.
I
So
couldn't either. I
hopefully we'll get
looked.
some updates. I was like, darn. I was like, this was not the original match. I was like, don't make me a liar, CMLL.
And also, could I just say in this picture, Villano Junior's the juniors, his mask, the X in the middle, it makes his eyes look like they're really close together.
They really are, and
But
not. And we can take it there because it's me and you. But like the way that his mask is made, so it's like this is so close to like a Gimp mask. I was like,
Yeah.
this is insane.
Yeah, but it was fun. I really enjoyed it.
I was like, okay. I was like, all right, American Horror Story, sit down.
I know that's. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I will say though, I forgot that this was a time limit match. I really kind of got into this match after a little while. I was like really into it, and then suddenly it was like, wait, it's over. I was like, but yeah,
you're like, oh wait, yeah. Like I said, they're really doing the tag team Relampogo matches because this is exactly what this was, and I was like, I felt the same way. I was like, oh yeah, wait, it's over. Oh wait, I forgot it. It's the Relampogo match. I was like, duh.
I know, which I love. I love that they're doing this with the the duos, I guess tag teams, but
right, having tag
really
team lightning matches.
I really like this. I think it's cool.
Well, it's really cool.
I totally forgot.
Yeah, it's really cool. And again, like with the Relampogo tag team matches, you get 5 more minutes than you do regular, so it's 15 instead of 10.
Right.
But it's still as equally be like, hey, let's throw in as much as we can, and the stakes are there, and you have to win within a certain amount of time, which we love.
Exactly.
So, but Villano Tres Jr. and Infarto would pick up the victory over Los Dragones. So I love Los Dragones, and like I said, shout out to Dragon de Fuego for looking at her stuff, which is really, really fun. But we move on though because, Will, the girls are fighting. This was such a good match. Holy crap, man!
Oh, of course it is. I was like, the minute I knew who was going to be in this match, I'm like, oh God. I'm like, oh God. And of course, my girl Persephone, who I just love. But I was just, when they were just listening, when I was looking at who all was in this match, I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh damn. All right, yeah. Girls.
They've really done a good job of like having some really stacked teams over the last couple of weeks, because at the forefront of this is Tessa and Persephone, whom are going to be going at it. Tessa is challenging Persephone this Friday for the CMLL Women's Championship, and so over the last month, they've been going at it in 3-on-3 action, which has been really fun. And the women that they have been subbing in and out for Tessa and Persephone's team have been great. This was no exception, because you have the team of Tessa Blanchard, Scotty, and Gara Negra taking on Persephone, Reina Isis, and Keira, which, again, Tessa and Persephone going at it. You got Scotty and Reina Isis for, like, the muscle. And then also, Gara Negra and Keira have been fighting each other since they got here, like, a couple months ago, too, which has been really fun.
Oh, yeah.
The match rolled. I really like this one. This is, again, I really enjoy seeing Scotty in the ring, and I feel like, not to say she was bad before, but like she's really improved a lot, and
she has.
Like CMLL really loves her too. I was like, yes, I make way for the big girl. Like,
Well, the thing about it is, it's like, I mean, she grew. I mean, that's as a performer, quote unquote, that's your goal, is to grow. And I think, and it wasn't that she was bad at the beginning. She gained all that experience, working with all these amazing women to where she got to where she's at. So, yeah, having seen her when I started to now, it's like night and day. So, yeah, so go Scotty for sure. I mean, she's grown a lot, and I love it. I love seeing it.
Yeah, and it's again also too like Gata Negra and Keita are still fairly new to the roster, but they fit in really well. Reina is
They
also
did.
really good. But like I said, the Amazonas never disappoint. This match was really fun. Tessa, Scotty, and Gata Negra win here. But the real talking point, well, because the match was awesome, but the cherry on top was what happened afterwards. Because Tessa immediately gets in Persephone's face, because they got the match coming up this Friday, and Persephone just doesn't even wait. She just pounces and they begin to just brawl. I was just like, the girls are literally
Love
fighting.
it.
I'm so ready for this intensity to be in their match this Friday. I'm
Me
so
too.
ready for it.
Oh, me too. Me too.
So more on that when we preview this Friday's episode, because this Friday's episode is stacked. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be some good stuff. But we got to keep it going though, because afterwards we get into our semi-main event, which these boys have been fighting for what seems like forever, but it seems that this was the finale to this feud. But Dragon Rojo Jr. versus Barbaro Cavernario. This is the grand finale of their feud that has been happening between them the last couple of months. And honestly, this was probably my favorite match between them
Yeah.
since they started feuding that back at the beginning of June.
Yeah. I agree. Well, I mean, I would hope it would be. It's like, yeah, you want the last match to be your ultimate match. So, I mean, it would have sucked if like the match prior to this was better than this one. It's like, but no, this one was great. And of course, Barbaro Cavernario out here looking scrumptious. I don't know what the hell's going on with that, but he's got that spice and everything's nice.
It's like, oh, well, hello there. I didn't see you before.
I know, exactly. It's like, oh, hello. Have we met before? No.
Oh. Oh, man. But like I said before, they've been feuding since June, but this definitely was the culmination of everything. And this was really great stuff. And, one-on-one, no shenanigans. Dragon Rojo Jr. finally is able to beat Barbaro Cavernario one-on-one. And then hopefully that means that both of them will be moving on to whatever's next for them. But honestly, this has been a pretty fun summer feud. And this match really was the culmination of the summer. And again, really fun stuff. Really fun stuff.
Yep. Agreed.
Now, let's get into meat and potatoes now. Woo! Okay.
Yeah.
So, as we already figured out, this last match was going to be the last hour of the whole entire show. But we got our single elimination style torneo cibernetico for the 2026 Leyenda de Plata. So the big tournament here that happens every year at CMLL leading into the Grand Prix. But this is 10 men, and the final two will go on to face each other in the finals of the Leyenda de Plata this Friday. But in our torneo cibernetico, we had the following 10 men. We had Titan, Templario, Máscara Dorada, Ángel de Oro, Neon, Volador Jr., Guerrero Maya Jr., AEW's Commander, Capitan Suicida, and Calavera Jr. And I'm just like, when we talked about this last week, I was like, oh, this is like no gravity exists. And no gravity existed this whole entire match. Good Lord.
Yeah, that is so true. I was like, did anyone even touch the ground?
Just the whole hour. Because usually, like, they start out slow and then they step on the gas. This felt like they stepped on the gas and didn't let up. And even after the match, we're going to talk about, like, Máscara and Commander were ready to still fight. Like,
yeah, they were.
Commander got excited. He got too excited.
Oh, God. This was like one of those, and I love this. event that they do, this sort of tornado thing, because it's so neat to watch each of them use their styles to, to achieve their goal, to get to the end. So we get to see individual styles against other individual styles, and I just really love this type of match. It's super fun, but it gets crazy. It can get crazy. We all know that. But I really, 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 really enjoyed this style of elimination type match. I think it's so neat. I kind of wish they would do this sort of thing more here in America, Western style, like this, the way they do it. I just love.
Right, you just have
this.
Yeah, I think it works here in CMLL too because all of them are luchadores, so they can easily do crazy stuff. I would love to see this in the States. The only problem I would foresee is because so many different wrestlers have so many different wrestling styles. But honestly, you can tweak it to where you can still make it work. Like, It would be great. But again, this was an hour's worth of all gas, no breaks.
Yeah.
Bodies flying, eliminations happening. And when the dust settled, Máscara Dorada and Commander are the final two. So they are moving on to this Friday to compete for the Leyenda de Plata in the finals in a one-on-one match. So I already know it's just like, these 20-something-year-olds are going to give it everything. And I'm so excited to watch.
Me too. And I was excited for Máscara Dorada. I mean, Commander too. But I was a little surprised that Commander was the other one. I won't lie. I was a little surprised. I'm excited for it, but I was surprised.
I was too, and then I thought about it. I was like, it does make sense. I know Commander is representing AEW, but it makes a lot of sense too because next Wednesday, AEW is going to be in CMLL's house for Grand Slam Mexico. And then a lot of their folks are participating in the Grand Prix next week, which is insane that the Grand Prix is next Friday. Like,
right.
It's crazy that we're here. So it makes a little sense. And that kind of is the trend, too, when we preview this Friday's episode, because there's a lot of crossover. We got a lot of Grand Prix participants participating in matches this Friday. So let's get into that, shall we? Because this is a stacked card for this Friday because we have 7 matches for this Friday. And I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, oh, we are about to get into some craziness. And they really did decide to be like, hey, we're going to load up the card. We're going to have, previews of some of our participants, the Grand Prix coming up. So why not? But there's a lot to discuss. So here is what is happening this Friday, July 31st, for, CMLL Viernes Espectacular. So, in what is opening up the show, we have another Torneo Cibernetico, and this is going to be a 4-on-4 elimination style match. Mexico versus Japón, so Mexico versus Japan. So representing Mexico, we have Shelhua Valiente Jr., Capitan Suicida, Fugaz, and Pantera Jr. Sorry, this is a 5-on-5, not a 4-on-4. And then representing Japan, you have New Japan's Yujiro Takahashi, Utani, New Japan's Doki, Okamura, and Shuma Kato. So I was just like, well, damn, already out the gate, man.
Mm-hmm.
So a 5-on-5, so that's crazy. Then, in the second match, it is touted as Mexico versus Estados Unidos and Reino Unido. So Mexico versus United States and the UK. As we have CMLL's Titan and Neon taking on MLW's Austin Aries and Rev Pro UK's Leon Cage. So again, Austin Aries, lots of people participating in the Grand Prix next week. Then, as a surprise, which I'm super excited about, for El Campeonato Nacional Femenil, so the women's national title is on the line. as India Sui will be defending the title against AEW's Thunder Rosa. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, they're going to hit hard and it's going to be great. So I'm excited to see India and Thunder throw down. Then, in our fourth match of Relevo Australiano, we have Templario, Dragon Rojo Jr., and Star Jr. taking on Ultimo Guerrero, Barbaro Cavernario, and Sandokan Jr. And I was like, and we're back. So, still, I think this match is going to be great. In the fifth match of the evening, which is towards the top of the card, which I'm glad to see, por el Campeonato Mundial Femenil de CMLL. So for the CMLL Women's Championship, Persephone versus Tessa Blanchard. So I'm really happy that they put it towards the later half of the show. So that match is going to be good. In the semi-main event, por el Campeonato Mundial de Peso Completo de CMLL. So for the CMLL World Heavyweight Championship, Hechicero is defending the title against AEW star Roderick Strong. And then in the main event, in the Gran Final de Leyenda de Plata, in the finals, Máscara Dorada versus Commander, and gravity doesn't exist between these two. I'm expecting them to go ham, and it's going to be amazing. So again, lots of championship matches this Friday. We got the finale. We got the finals of the Leyenda de Plata. Some very special matches made. And again, this is a fun lead into the Grand Prix next Friday, which I'm excited about. But yeah, that's our show for the evening. Again, a bit on the shorter side, but the main event made up for it as that took up a whole hour of the watch time. And I'm excited for this Friday to see how everything, turns out. Will we see championships change hands? Who's going to become the 2026 Leyenda de Plata winner? And I don't know, but we're going to watch it on Friday. And then next Wednesday, we will be here to talk about it and also to preview the Grand Prix as well. So I'm super excited. But that's going to be it from us here tonight. We still got a lot of stuff coming up this week. Tomorrow evening is another doubleheader. First at 6 p.m. Pacific, I will be here with my Mystery Wrestling co-host, Benny, as we talk about Mystery Wrestling 27 that came to us all the way live from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. So we're going to talk about all the fun stuff. We had a Frankenstein. We had an Invisible Man. We had people taking their pants off. It is insane. And we're going to talk about it. We had girls fighting boys in a street fight, which was epic as F. And yeah, we're going to talk about all the shenanigans that went down. And then at 7:30 p.m., I will, Pacific, I will be here to talk about Progress Wrestling over in the UK for Progress Chapter 196, titled Scorchio. So I'm excited to talk about that. Friday is our TNA post show, and we have some pretty solid matches lined up for this week. We're going to see Mustafa Ali defend his title against Order 4 member Jason Hodge. Will Jason finally pull it out? Casey Navarro is up in action. Leon Slater and Ricky Sosa are fighting the system. It is insane, and we got things coming up for that as well as we prepare for TNA's next pay-per-view, Lockdown. Then on Saturday and Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific on both days, we will be doing a live watch along for WWE's SummerSlam, or Hot WrestleMania as we call it. So it's going to be fun. Shenanigans are going to happen, and somebody may or may not be plastered. It won't be me, but the internet will be forever. It's going to be a good time. But Will and I got to get up on out of here. So from all of us here at BC Wrestle Pod, to you at home, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, stay iconic, and more importantly than anything, you always deserve to finish your story. Catch you tomorrow for another doubleheader. But until then, sayonara, adios, and until next time, peace.